budget part of the meeting, and I will ask Mayor Crate to, you have a few comments?
I thought I misplaced them though, I was just writing in the back of the paper. Good evening. Good evening everyone, good evening Council President, members of the Council and residents of Brick Township. Thank you for allowing me to make some very brief comments on tonight's budget. I introduced my first municipal budget to the Council on March 28th, exactly 1 month after taking the oath of office to serve as mayor. Over the past several weeks, I've worked with our financial team to review every line item of our budget to look for ways to keep our tax levy stable. So by sharpening our pencils and reviewing our operations further, we identified operating costs that we were able to reduce. By keeping our tax levy stable, we have actually slightly decreased the local purpose tax rate. I'm proud to support a budget that streamlines our expenditures and ensures tight fiscal management as needed to support our taxpayers during these tough economic times. It is important to remember that this is only for the township portion of the taxes, and it does not consider any increased levy by the county, schools, or your local fire districts. And again, I do want to thank the Council President for affording me this opportunity to address the Council and the community tonight, and I look forward to working with all of you to keep making Brick Township better. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now entertain a motion to suspend the regular order of business to accommodate the budget hearing.
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the regular business.
Very good. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes.
Thank you. Council President, this is the time fixed for the public hearing for the 2023 municipal budget. The budget was introduced by the governing body on March 28, 2023, and was advertised in the Open Star on March 31st, 2023, together with the notice of hearing for April 25th, 2023 at this time.
Very good. Copies of the budget are posted on the township website and in the back of the room. Before opening this public hearing, I wish to outline the procedure. Each person desiring to be heard will raise their hand, wait to be recognized, give his or her name for the record. I will recognize one speaker at a time, address all questions to the chair where necessary. They will be referred to individual members of the governing body or municipal officials. Questions must be confined solely to the municipal budget before us. School or county matters are not proper subjects of this hearing and cannot be discussed or answered here tonight. Would anybody like to be heard on this budget? No? Observing no further questions from the floor, I will entertain a motion to close this hearing. Motion to close the hearing.
I will second that motion.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes.
Thank you.
4.1, authorized reading of the budget by title only.
NJSA 40A:4-8 provides that the budget shall be read in full at the public hearing, or that it may be read by its title only if, at least 1 week prior to the date of the hearing and at the hearing, a complete copy of the approved budget shall be made available for public inspection and shall be made available to each person upon request.
May I have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes. 4.2, authorized budget amendments.
Madam President, there's a resolution at this time amending the 2023 municipal budget.
Madam Clerk, would you please read the resolution?
Yes, whereas the local municipal budget for the year 2023 was approved on the 28th day of March 2023, and whereas the public hearing on said budget has been held as advertised, and whereas the Township Council of the Township of Brick desires to amend the introduced and approved budget And now therefore be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, that the following amendments to be approved 2023 budget be made. Summary of current funds section of approved budget. General appropriation for appropriations within caps, municipal purposes, items H1, sheet 19, NJSA 40A:4-45-2. From $91,278,044 to $91,249,125.05. Appropriations excluded from caps, municipal purposes, items H2, sheet 28, NJSA 40A:4-45.3 as amended, from $20,581,732.96 to $20,338,440.79. Total general appropriations excluded from caps, item O, sheet 29, from $20,581,732.96 to $20,338,440.79. 4. Total general appropriations, item 9, sheet 29, from $115,739,974.27 to $115,467,763.15. Difference, amount to be raised by taxes for support of municipal budget, local tax for municipal purposes, including reserve for uncollected taxes, item 6A, sheet 11. From $80,819,568.62 to $80,547,357.50. Summary of revenues, amount to be raised by taxes for the support of municipal budget, local tax for municipal purposes. From $80,819,568.62 to $80,547,357.50. Including reserve for uncollected taxes, total amount to be raised by taxes for support of the municipal budget. From $80,819,568.62 to $80,547,357.50. Total general revenues from $115,739,974.27 to $115,467,763.15. General appropriations, operations within caps. EMT services, salary and wages from $987,640 to $995,073.17. Solid waste collection, salary and wages from $4,233,016 to $4,355,000. Solid waste disposal costs other expenses from $3,286,125 to $3,127,788.88. Total appropriations, items 8A within caps, from $78,538,159 to $78,509,240.05. Total appropriations, including contingents within caps, $78,538,159 to $78,509,240.05. Detail salary and wages from $43,717,566 to $43,846,983.17. Other expenses, including contingent, from $34,820,593 to $34,662,256.88. Total general appropriations for municipal purposes within caps from $91,278,044 to $91,249,125.05. Operations excluded from caps. Garbage and trash removal and disposal exclusion from $113,875 to none. Solid waste collection exclusion from $121,984 to none. Total other appropriations excluded from caps from $1,101,016 to $865,157. Additional appropriations offset by revenues, NJSA 48:4-45.3H. EMT services, salary and wages from $1,692,333.17 to $1,684,900. Total additional appropriations offset revenues by revenues, NJSA 40A:4-45.3H. From $2,038,484.17 to $2,031,051. Total appropriations excluded from caps, $4,454,134.70 to $4,210,842.53. Salary and wages from $1,814,317.17 to $1,684,900. Other expenses from $2,639,817.53 to $2,525,942.53. H2, total general appropriations for municipal purposes excluded from caps from $20,581,732.96 to $20,338,440.79. O, total general appropriations excluded from caps from $20,581,732.96 to $20,338,440.79. Subtotal general appropriations, items H1 and O, from $111,859,776.96 to $111,587,565.84. Total general appropriations from $115,739,974.27 to $115,467,763.15. Summary of appropriations. H1, total general appropriations for municipal purposes within caps, from $91,278,044 to $91,249,125.05. A, operations excluded from caps, other operations, from $1,101,116 to $865,157. Additional appropriations offset by revenues, from $2,038,484.17 to $2,031,051. Total appropriations excluded from caps, from $4,454,134.70 to $4,210,842.53. Total general appropriations from $115,739,974.27 to $115,467,763.15. Be it further resolved that 2 certified copies of this resolution will be filed within the Office of the Director of Local Government Services for certification of the 2023 budget, so amended, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution will be forwarded to the Business Administrator, Chief Financial Officer, and Purchasing Agent.
Council President, I'd like to move the adoption of this resolution.
I'll second that motion. Very good. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Roll call. Give you a breather.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontarero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
I vote yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This resolution is adopted. 4-3.
Adoption of the 2023 municipal budget.
Madam President, I'd like to move to adopt the budget.
I'll second the motion. Very good. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontarero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes. The 2023 BRIC municipal budget has been adopted. Thank you very much. I think so. Thank you. Thank you very much for all your work, Carl and Julianne, who this is serving. We appreciate it, everything you know.
motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Very good. Resolution 5-1.
Authorize award of bid Brick Beach 1 food concession stand.
Council Vice President Zapsik.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of bid for the Brick Beach 1 food concession stand to Big Blue Wrap and Roll in Pine Beach. This is a 3-year contract for the total amount of $19,100, that being $6,200 for the 2023 season, $6,400 for the 2024 season, and $6,500 for the 2025 season. Bid notices were provided to 108 prospective bidders from our bidders list. 6 picked up bid packages, and 1 bid was received. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-2.
Authorize receipt of bids vending machine services.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Thank you, Madam President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for vending machine services for municipal properties, including Town Hall and the Department of Public Works. Thank you.
Thank you. 5-3.
Authorize receipt of bids manufacturing and printing of tax bills.
Councilman Allen.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the receipt of bids for the manufacturing and printing of tax bills.
Thank you. 5-4.
Authorize closeout change order roadway improvements to Riviera Beach Phase 3.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the closeout change order for the contract awarded to Mecco Inc. for roadway improvements in Riviera Beach. The change order represents a decrease in the contract amount of $83,603.58 as the result of as-built quantities. Thank you very much.
Thank you. 5-5.
Authorize shared service agreements with Bayhead Sign Shop Services.
Mayor.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes a shared service agreement with the Borough of Bayhead for sign shop services. In this agreement, the borough will reimburse the township for salaries, parts, and materials.
Thank you. Resolution 5-6.
Authorize special events permit Battle at the Beach Lacrosse Tournament.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a special event permit to conduct a Battle of the Beach lacrosse event between the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on June 17th and June 18th at the Drum Point Sports Complex. Thank you.
Resolution 5-7.
5-7 is tax overpayments for 2023 for Block 527, Lot 30.
Thank you. May I have a motion and a second on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council. Close council, open to public for questions on these consent agenda resolutions only. Seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President Dion.
Yes. Moving on to 5-8, bill resolution, computer 2023.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $11,195,498.58.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second on the computer bill resolutions?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council. Close council, open to public on the computer bill resolutions only. Seeing none, close public, roll call please.
Wait, did we get a motion in a second?
Yes.
I missed it, I'm sorry.
Motion second. Ambrosino, Zapsik. Right?
Okay, sorry. Did you say? Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President Dion.
Abstain, community services, deemed the motion carried.
Okay, thank you.
5-9, bill resolution manual 2023.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $1,840,114.80.
Can I have a motion and a second, please?
Motion.
Second.
Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes. We are moving on to ordinance on first reading. There is no public hearing on first reading.
An ordinance vacating any rights to a public right-of-way across property known as a portion of Askin Road, formerly known as part of Green Grove Road, Township of Gregg, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey.
Councilman Menachino.
Thank you. The council's land use committee is recommending this ordinance to vacate a portion of Askin Road. JSM at Mark Boulevard LLC is the owner of block 16, which is adjacent to the property owned by Centro NP Laurel Square. JSM has made applications to the township to vacate a 34-foot right-of-way portion of Askin Road. The applicant has received a site plan and subdivision approval where the vacation was a condition of approval. There has also been they have also satisfied all requirements imposed by all outside agencies. Thank you.
May I have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council. Close council. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Quattrero.
Yes.
Councilman Ambrosino.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Zapsik.
Yes.
President DeYoung.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are now moving into public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Anybody like to be heard? for comments?
John Sluga, 950 Sylvia Court. I'll read my letter dated April 14th. Dear Mayor Kay, Council President Heather DeYoung, all councilmen, councilwomen, residents, and workers of Brick, and basically of all Ocean County. From the last meeting, we have been reminded that in this election year, there will be no tax increase in municipal portion of the budget. The county tax bill is still expected to increase, and of course, the school budget, which is more than 50% of our taxpayers' obligation, will also be rising. The state has cut the school district's funding once again, although some state legislatures are making a big deal of the fact that they lowered the funding reduction, which was over $2 million this year, just under $1 million for this year. But that still impacts our residents, and more importantly, our children. Now I'll bring up the topics from the Garden State Parkway. This has been hurting our citizens for over 10 years. During the last meeting, we heard how wonderful it was to be able to visit, have conversations with the Women's Club, the Garden Club, other area associations. We also got to hear of the pleasant grand openings of the Wawa on Lakeville Road. That led me to think about what has been done, or what is being done for the residents that suffer under big government bureaucracies. In seeing the mayor, a few council members, some firefighters, and police officers at the Wawa, I had to wonder, while having a conversation in the parking lot, did anyone have thought to take a minute to drive to Evergreen Woods, which is up the block from that Wawa. Although this was 8 a.m., there were still enough cars traveling southbound on the Garden State Parkway for one to notice the noise and the fumes coming from the Garden State Parkway into the neighborhoods and the homes of the residents who live in that area. This time may not have been the most convenient time for the council members or the mayor to drive into Evergreen Woods and get out of the cars and walk around near the Garden State Parkway, but it could have been given anyone a sense of what the residents have been putting up with for 11 years. What is needed, and if one only had time to travel to Evergreen Woods, may see why a 14 to 20 foot high pollution, noise, and safety wall is needed alongside the Garden State Parkway. Of course, Evergreen Woods is not the only area that needs remediation, but due to some distinctive decisions made by the New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners, Evergreen Woods has become the focal point of the New Jersey Turnpike Authority abuse. Along with Evergreen Woods, areas such as Primrose Garden, Greenbrier, Lanes Middle School, Birchwood, Briar Mill, Cherrywood, Brick High School, and other areas of Brick still need this retest. Large trees and thick brush that were destroyed by the New Jersey Turnpike Authority on the Garden State Parkway should be planted for the health of all Brook residents and Ocean County residents. The ill effects of those tiny particles that are being sent through the air to our lungs in the Garden State Parkway will cause bedridden lives and premature deaths for many of our seniors. Studies have proven repeatedly that the toxins from high volume traffic harm our citizens. The New Jersey Turnpike Authority Commissioners have caused or amplified autism, asthma, COPD, lung and mouth cancers, heart attacks, and premature deaths in our area. Our neighbors or even our relatives and friends of those poor people who are afflicted with autism, asthma, COPD, lung cancer, emphysema, bronchitis, lingering heart and lung disease feel the pain each and every day. To save the people in Brick and Ocean County in areas such as Evergreen Woods, Greenbrier, Brick High School, Town Hall, Birchwood, and other areas, action needs to be taken in the news and in the courts. We must save the health and lives of our citizens. Thank you for your time. I yield back 50 seconds.
Anybody else like to be heard from the public? Yes.
And Holly, Team Greenbrier Boulevard. Apparently, once again, you're having a bigger senior moment than I do, and you cannot recall my name, much less my address. That is, to me, an affront. It is an insult to an 81-year-old woman for you to treat me like that. This is only about the third meeting that you've done that. Also, I'm going to just do, from this meeting on, a stream of consciousness of the things that really upset me. Like that, we had a library presentation. Well, going way back to the early 2000s, I was a friend of the library. The treasurer at the time was Matt Turner, and I believe his wife Pat was technically the secretary. I know she did all the typing for him. He did all the numbers, and he was a great numbers man. And he asked me to work with him because he didn't like to work with the federales or do anything with them, if I would please research and find out how they could get their tax exemption status reissued. And I am not averse to doing research on all of that I can for statutes. So I did all the research, gave Matt the information that he needed to fill in on the forms, and we got it reestablished. Seems that the previous organization, without any to do with the membership, has spent all the money that was in the accounts. So Matt had to fill out the 5 years that it had been latent of the expenses and make them up and send the checks, etc. So together we got it done, and I did get mentioned on the Friends of the Library notification newsletter. But that's the only place I got it. I notice here you have all kinds of recognitions, but I've said it, and this is not the second or third time before. There is a young woman in the Township of Brick who has been the president of the Ocean County Commission on Individuals with Disabilities, Janine Namira. She deserved recognition, but not once, despite my having called this to your attention several times, has she received it. I do happen to be the vice president, but all I have to do is when Janine isn't in attendance, either virtually or in person, which we haven't done for a couple of years now, since BC, for Corona. Yes, do look and see how much time I have left, President. I don't want recognition for myself, but this young woman is an exceptional member of Brick Township, but you've never bothered. not one of you, have ever bothered despite my telling you all these years. We had another one, never got recognition. Helen Springer, she has probably deceased. She was deaf and you'd never know it. Her mother made sure that she learned. You find it amusing apparently, because anybody watching on television will see you smile. And her mother insisted she learn sign language as well as to speak. And I've dealt with in my own family several people that have had developmental disabilities or speech problems or partial hearing, and there's always a certain sound to their voice. You never heard that with Helen. But she never got any recognition for all the work she did here in the township for the many years. And it wasn't this particular group, but you didn't do anything to find out about it either. So I see I'm going to lose time, but I do notice you never asked for any kind of public comment about the budget. I would like to know, and I'll let it go till next week, the next meeting. Oh, wait a minute. I doubt I'll be here. That's a very special birthday for my youngest son. So I will spend it with him, his two wonderful children, and have a happy time. But I want to know how many people on the health insurance benefits from the township are covered by the figure in that budget, and how many of these council members are availing themselves of it. That is not secret information. The claims, that is different. But the amount of what you're getting out of our taxpayer dollars for your coverage, and probably why many of you are up there, is not profit.
In case Ms. Call didn't hear us, I actually opened the budget hearing to the members of the public after I read the instructions of who was going to be.
I did not hear you say that at all.
Thank you. Anybody else to be heard for public comments? Seeing none, close public. Mrs. Burke.
I have nothing, thank you.
Mayor Crates.
Thank you. Just a few comments. First, I want to thank Mo and Joanne for working as hard as they did on the budget. Honestly, it was a huge endeavor, and as my first budget as mayor, I really could not have been done without the monumental amount of work that they put into it. So I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for all of their hard work in putting together the budget and ready to present it, so thank you. The telecommunications crew that was up here, the dispatchers, I just want to say a couple weeks ago I had a chance to tour the area where they work. It's like the Starship Enterprise. There's like 1 million buttons and screens, and I just give them all the credit in the world. The amount of calm that they have to have as they're answering those calls and being able to speak with our residents when they're sometimes at their worst and most fearful, depending on what's going on with the call. I just have a great appreciation for them, and I want to say thank you to them for all of their hard work. And it's a tough job. Not only is it tough because you're dealing with residents who are really struggling, but it's also tough because there are no windows in that room. It is dark, and it really just has to be sunny in your mind the whole time there. So it's a long shift for them. So thank you to them for all their hard work, and I hope that our people who live in town really appreciate how dedicated they are to being at the ready for them. If you're free Thursday night and you haven't already decided what you're doing, the PBA Helping Hands basketball game is taking place at Lake Riviera Middle School at 6:30 p.m. It will be our PBA playing the Brick Dragons football team, a friendly game of basketball. This is their 33rd year doing it, and each year the members of the PBA choose a family to help support. This year they have actually chosen 2 families. One is a young boy, a 2-year-old, who needs medical assistance, help with medical bills, and also a teacher here in Brick Township that needs some assistance. So please come out Thursday night. Tickets are $5 for adults, $3 for students, and they'll have lots of opportunities for people to donate funds while they're there. or to purchase 50/50 tickets, or to get some snacks while you're there. I will be there, so look for me and say hello. The next thing I want to talk about is we have our senior citizen prom is back. We're having it at Civic Plaza on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I sense a theme. So if you're a senior citizen and you're looking forward to a fun night, or you're looking for something fun to do on Cinco de Mayo, please check this out. It's going to be a great night of dancing and dinner, and we hope to see you there. I was notified over the last couple of weeks that Brick Township was actually being recognized again as 2022 Tree City USA from the Arbor Day Foundation. And there are things hanging up in what is now my office, but former Mayor Ducey's office, of plaques that go back to 2008. So we've had it every single year since 2008. Kudos to us, except for 2012. My guess is I'm just going to blame Hurricane Sandy. Superstorm Sandy. We'll just blame Sandy for that one. But otherwise, kudos to, we just had the Environmental Commission here, and we were able to honor Dottie Laposa, and a lot of the reason that we get that recognition is for the hard work that they do. So congratulations to them and to all residents of Brick Township for that. The last thing that I'm going to say is just for fun, because I can't help myself. It is April 25th, and in case you don't know it, it is the, if I had to describe my perfect date, it would be today, April 25th, because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and all you need is a jacket. And if some people out there will know what I'm talking about, and I hope you get a chuckle out of that. Thank you for my time, and I'll see you in a couple weeks for the next meeting. Thank you.
I love that video. Mr. Starkey?
I have nothing to say.
Madam Clerk, thank you.
Nothing else, thank you.
Councilman Alvin.
Nothing.
Councilwoman Poncherera.
I want to congratulate the students of the month, and also Mrs. Birkin and Ms. Lafferty for the work on the budget. And I think everyone should understand this is a year-round effort by not only Mrs. Birkin, but the department heads. Any major expenditure is really examined in terms of long-term financial costs, and so that's work all year round. So I appreciate it. I think that the budget is a work of art and a lot of effort, so I really want to acknowledge that. Thank you.
Councilman Ambrosino.
I'd actually like to echo Councilwoman Pontebraro's comments as well. I'm very appreciative of the work that went into the budget. I'd like to thank Mayor Crate for the effort that's been put in over these last 2 months. I think we've made, together with council and mayor, a number of substantive steps to really recognize what our citizens and everyone here in Brick is going through, and try to do the best for them, continue to do the best for them. So thank you very much for that.
Councilman Minneke.
Thank you. I'd also like to echo all those sentiments, but that's all. Thank you.
Councilwoman Travers. I'm okay, thank you. Council Vice President Simpson.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to congratulate the students of the month. There were actually 22 names that were forwarded to us. I especially want to thank the 3 that came tonight, Stephanie, Kira, and Allison, and congratulate them on their academic achievement. Congratulations to Dottie Laposa, and thank you so much for your decades of service. I have a hard time getting my mind around that number, 40 years of service as a volunteer. It's beyond commendable, and congratulations. And also thank and congratulate our telecommunicators. They're really the front line that stands between all of our residents and the services that they need. So I commend them for the job that they do, and congratulate them on National Public Safety Telecommunicators Month. And that's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to address something that Ms. Call had said about me not recognizing people by their names. The first time I was council president a few years ago, Ms. Call said that it was rude of me to recognize people by their names because I did not know everybody else's name in the audience, which is why I point to people, because I do not want to be rude.
tremendous, and they work so hard on our budget. And they are incredible to work with. They make me actually understand municipal budgets, which if you work in municipal budgets, you know how confusing they can be with all the caps and all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much for all your time, energy, and effort. We appreciate it. Something that we didn't mention, an event coming up, one of my favorite events of the year, is our farmers market. It will be starting on May 6th. Please do not expect to get Jersey tomatoes and Jersey corn. It is not time yet. What they will have is different kind of vegetables, seedlings, that kind of stuff. And of course, we have all our breads, we have our bakery, we have the mozzarella guy, the kibasi, all that kind of stuff. Pickles, yes, the sauces, we will have all of that there, but please do not expect the Jersey tomatoes. And with that, I have nothing else to say. Our next scheduled meeting will be held Tuesday, May 9th. I have a motion